Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Caitlin McKegg. I am a real estate broker here in Phoenix, Arizona. It has been a while since I have done a Tales from the Trenches video, so I am back today to do one of those. And if you're new here, Tales from the Trenches is basically just a story of something that has happened to me lately with clients to give you an idea of what's actually going on in the real estate market. This week, I'm talking about an experience that has happened on the buyer side of things, and it relates to negotiations, specifically that inspection period. If we rewind a little bit and think about life over the last 1 to 2 years in the real estate market, as a buyer, you had no choices on anything pretty much. You want to buy a house, you do whatever the seller says. Sadly, that was kind of the truth. And now things have leveled out and even given buyers an upper hand. So it's pretty nice to be a buyer these days when you can actually negotiate the sales price to get under contract and not come in with an offer that's $50,000 over asking, waiving all of your rights. But one thing that people don't always think about is the inspection process, because that's another point of negotiation. So I've been working with a couple buyers. One got under contract in June, the other in July, but both of them, we went through inspection. There were items that they should ask for in terms of repairs from an inspection standpoint. We submitted our repair request, and I gotta tell you, it's been a while since I've written a long list of items. And we're talking like 25, 30 items. And the first time I was taking bets on whether or not the seller was gonna tell us to kick rocks or if we were actually gonna get some things repaired. And to my surprise, the seller agreed to repair 70% of the items that we requested. This felt so weird because we haven't had this experience in a long time. But here's the thing. The seller realized that if they were going to say no to us, more than likely we were going to cancel, because the buyer now has choices. If we cancel, they go back out on the market. They can't get the same price that we're under contract for because the market has shifted so much in that 3-week time period. Same situation with my client that I was working with in July. So we got under contract, did the inspection. There was a good number of items to ask for, and I think we asked for around 30 different items. Again, felt really weird writing up this entire list and kind of braced for the impact of what the seller was going to say. And to our surprise, the seller agreed to all of the repairs. It was a pleasant surprise, to say the least, but the same situation occurred there, where the seller realized that if they aren't willing to repair at least a good chunk of what we're asking for and we cancel the contract, that money is then going to come out of their listing price, because they won't be able to get under contract at the same price we were at when we went under contract with them. So all of this really falls in line with what we're seeing in the data, that we are no longer in this frenzied seller's market and buyers are actually having options and being able to negotiate a few things. So regardless of interest rates and everything else going on in the economy, if you do need to buy a home right now and you feel it's the right time for you and you can afford it, just know you have a lot to your advantage in terms of negotiations. It all starts at getting that contract price, but remember, there's also a good amount of negotiations to be had during the inspection process as well. As a seller, keep all of this information in mind. Even if you don't want to do all the repairs, it's definitely worth having your agent have a conversation with the buyer's agent to kind of figure out where a good middle ground would be so that you don't lose the deal. The reality is your under contract price is probably going to be less if you have to go back out on the market, just with the way the market has been shifting and so fluid lately. If you guys have any questions about real estate or want to talk about your situation in particular, or need help buying or selling, check the description below. I have a link to set up a time to chat with me, and my contact information is there as well. I hope this Tales from the Trenches was helpful for you guys. I will keep bringing you these stories as I have them. I will see you guys all next week with a market update. I'm Caitlin McKegg with the Desert Dreamers team at HomeSmart.